Hello, everyone, and welcome to What is AP Biology with Sean Guest, also known on campus as SG. You're here to hear about what is the Advanced Placement Biology course here at Clayton Valley Charter High School. Let's get into it. So, what is AP Biology? I'm going to read here right off the top of the screen, so if you want to follow along. AP Biology is an introductory college-level biology course. Students cultivate their understanding of biology through inquiry-based investigations as they explore the following topics: evolution, cellular processes, energy and communication, genetics, information transfer, ecology, and interactions. This is considered to be a college-level course. It is broken up into 2 semesters. It is recommended that those of you who are going to college who want to become biology majors take this course. Prerequisites for taking this class is that at Clayton Valley you have taken biology your freshman year and you've taken some chemistry as well too. So what's covered in this class? Let's go over it. You can actually explore this online. If you go to the College Board website, you can do this by simply typing AP Classroom, AP Biology, and this is the link that it will take you to. If you scroll down, you'll see some areas where you can jump around on the website. The idea, though, is that you want to get to the course. When you get to the course, you'll scroll down and you'll see this icon right here that says AP Biology Course and Exam Description. The link is right here in the slide deck, and the slide deck is available to you as well. So when you get to this point right here and you click on this link, it'll then jump you to a PDF here that says AP Biology Course and Exam Description. I'm going to walk you through a little bit of what that looks like, but the PDF that's provided there is the entirety of the class, the entirety of what the AP exam will look like. So what is the class breakdown? Well, the goal is in semester 1 to get through these first 5 units, going with chemistry of life, cell structure and function, cellular energetics, cell communication, cell cycle, and aridity. Then we jump to gene expression and regulation, natural selection, and ecology. You might notice that as you're looking at these units, there are some subcategories there, breaking down from, say, a range of 6 to sometimes 11. Those are topics within each unit, and so we'll kind of look at where we're currently at in the course. You kind of get an idea of how we approach each unit and each topic. But the goal is to get through these first 5 units in semester 1, and then these remaining 3 units in semester 2 to have a month before the AP exam to practice and prepare for it in early and mid-May. The reality of that right now is that we are currently in Unit 4, and we're slowing down the pace quite a bit and doing more review at the end of each unit. That way the pace is not blistering fast for every student. So again, it's recommended by other AP teachers that we cover the class in this fashion with 5 units the first semester, then 3 the next. But we're finding that that's not actually working out for students. It's just a little bit too fast. So let's take a look at where we are right now and how the class is approached from unit to unit. So we are currently in Unit 4 looking at cell communication, cell cycle. The unit is broken down into 7 categories. We're going to look at one of these categories here in just a moment, but if you look at each of the topics, you've got suggested skills here that go within the unit. You will see these skills in other units as well too. An example of this would be for here, explain biological concepts or processes, or describe biological concepts and processes. A little bit more advanced version would be, or skill I should say, is perform mathematical calculations, including percentages, or predict the causes or effects of a change in or disruption to one or more components in a biological system. These are, again, the skills that the College Board wants students taking this course to be able to have prior to entering college. And so let's just kind of break that down a little further here. So we're looking at what's called topic 4.1 on cell communication. The big overarching idea in this unit is that cells communicate by generating, transmitting, receiving, and responding to chemical signals. Well, as we were looking at this, what do they want students to specifically do to practice this idea connected to cell communication? The objectives would be in this particular topic to have students describe the ways that cells can communicate with one another, and also to explain how cells communicate with one another over short and long distances. Tied to those skills, though, obviously is going to be some content, or as they consider to be essential knowledge. We don't need to get in that right now. This is typically how we approach each unit. We have units, we have topics. For each topic, we have a learning objective or learning objectives, and then there's essential knowledge tied to those learning objectives. Again, want to see what that looks like for each unit, you can go visit the you can visit the AP Central College Board website right here. Clicking on this again, this link to the PDF on AP Biology course and exam description, and it'll give you the breakdown for each of these units and each of these topics, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're getting into in the future. Flash forward here, sorry. So, as you might guess, with any AP class, there is going to be some higher expectations for AP students. It's a college class, requires more time. Why? There's more work. That works about the level of a college course. And so again, we as AP teachers, we are just trying to inform students and families so you guys can make well-informed and healthy decisions regarding future academic and extracurricular pursuits. I know we all have busy lives, and sometimes taking 5 AP classes, playing 2 sports, and then working a job may not be conducive to sound mental health at the high school level. But I mean, there are students who can do it. So again, this is for you guys, so you guys can plan and prepare in the future. With that said, though, AP Biology is filled with lots of laboratory investigations. This is probably the part of the class that students appreciate the most. And so with each unit, there is going to be some investigation tied to that unit. In terms of workload expectation on a daily basis and weekly basis, you should be looking for about 1 hour per day, or about 5 hours, an additional 5 hours per week with our course. Usually I tend to give students all the work at the beginning of a unit, so they can kind of pace themselves for how they want to go about tackling the topics within a unit. What does some of that work entail? Anything from basic vocabulary practice to generating notes to some practice problems. Tied in there as well too, don't forget laboratory investigations and lab reports. We typically have along the way checks. So as you might see in that last one, I showed you the 4.1 cell communication, we would eventually do a check on that topic to see if you're understanding things and executing skills from that topic. You can also expect as well too, with each unit that we have, that there is going to be a test. So 8 units, 8 tests. But the big idea here is that all these tests are really meant to prepare you for the AP test. And luckily we have systems in place where if you don't do well on those tests, that you can recover your grade with corrections, things that we can discuss later when you actually sign up for the course. Likewise as well too, as the exam has a free response section, typically every week we work on free response questions, or we practice free response questions, and so you'll see that from week to week. Keep in mind too, when you take this class, that you do not have to have a strong math background, although you do need to understand some basic algebra, as there are some algebraic equations along the way. The AP exam itself, well, let's take a look at that. There's 2 parts. Section 1 is a multiple choice section with 60 questions. That's about half the exam, and that's about an hour and a half to take that part. The next part of that exam is the free response section, and there are 6 questions that usually have additional questions within those 6 questions, and that part is weighted 50% of the exam and takes 90 minutes. So altogether, you're looking at a 3-hour exam, 60 multiple choice questions with 6 free response questions. And so you'll see the kind of the breakdown for those free response questions going in this order here, with interpreting and evaluating experimental results to something as analyzing data. How is that exam broken down? Well, again, we have 8 units, and so the AP folks have decided to weight those units as such. You might notice as you take a look at the screen here that the heaviest weight really is on the unit on natural selection, evolution, with about 13 to 20%, and the 2 lighter weights being here in Unit 1 for chemistry of life and heredity. It's variable though from year to year. So again, you might find that one year, say for example, Cellular Energetics has 12%, and then the next year it's 16%. So that's how they do that to kind of mix things up and throw those AP students off just a little tiny bit with good intentions. There's an incentive for this class. If you take the AP Biology course and then you take the AP Biology test in May, if you score 3 or better, on my ends, I will change your grade to an A. So let's go over a couple of those scenarios. Let's say that you score a C in semester 1 and a C in semester 2, but you score a 4 on the AP test. On my end, whether you are junior or senior, I will go to the office of the registrar and get a grade change form and change your grade from those 2 C's to 2 A's. So keep in mind that if you don't do well both semesters, but you do great on the AP exam, that you can recover that grade. Likewise as well too, if you take the AP exam, that exempts you from having to take the final for this course in June. So let's say that you decide not to take the AP exam in May. That means when our finals roll around in June, you would have to take a final for our class. But if you take the AP exam, you don't have to take that final for our class. So why should you be taking this class? You're trying to prepare for college. You're trying to get ready for what the workload is going to be like. College is fast-paced sometimes, and it does require some independent study. And our class is very much designed in that fashion. Likewise, as well too, maybe you're trying to rise to the top of the pile when it comes to college admissions. And I can tell you that with taking AP classes, that will be the case. You will be the cream of the crop, so to speak. You know, colleges and admissions counselors are looking for students who want to challenge themselves. And with taking the AP exam, you're saying that you're ready to take on the challenge of college, regardless of whether you score a 1 or a 5, too. Sometimes colleges just want to see whether you're willing to put yourself on the line or not. So keep in mind, it's not always about the scores. Sometimes it's just about taking the test as well, too. Likewise, if you're trying to boost your GPA to appeal to colleges, taking the AP class puts some extra weight in that grade. And maybe you're just a science student. Maybe you just are curious about the world around you and you're very analytical in thought. And maybe you just like doing research as well, too. So another reason to take this class. And maybe as well, too, maybe you're trying to save some money down the way. Well, if you score 3 or above on the AP test, you can get AP credit, which means that you may not have to take a certain course in your biology major, which means that you might save money if you're paying your own college tuition. So lots of reasons to take the AP biology course here. Should you have any questions, though, you can contact me at sean.guest@claytonvalley.org. If it's easier to talk to me in person, you can come by after school Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays as I'm in my classroom in A5 helping students out. Additionally, we have an informational meeting for students coming up Thursday, January 27th after school. So students who are interested in taking AP Biology, I know there's lots of AP classes available and there's lots of dates here to remember. This is on the tail end of a lot of those introductory meetings. So students who are watching this video with their folks or folks who are just watching this by themselves, I encourage you to push your kids to come to that meeting after school on January 27th. But if they can't make it, by all means, drop by A5. Let's talk. I'll show you what it's like. I'll show you how I really operate. And you can get a sense of me as well, too, as a teacher. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that you had some questions answered about the course. But again, if you do have additional questions, drop them here to me or show up at these times and places. Have a great rest of the day, and I hope that I get to meet you in the future, and good luck in your academic endeavors. Bye.